So after my review of the Netflix show Wednesday, I decided to check out the films Addams Family and Addams Family Values from, I believe, 1991 and 1993, respectively, to kind of see how they held up in my estimation. Because in the course of the Wednesday review, I sort of heaped a great deal of praise on these movies and the performances. Especially, I praised Raul Julia, Angelica Houston, and Christopher Lloyd, Christina Ricci, and well, those are the main ones I think people remember, honestly. I heaped praise upon those performances and kind of said that the performances in Wednesday didn't really add up to as much. So I thought it would be interesting if I went back to the Addams Family 1991 and Addams Family Values 1993 to kind of see how those films actually held up in the year 2022, 2023 nearly now. Now, I mean, these films are, 30-something years old at this point. So, I mean, it's been quite a long time since they've come out. How do they really hold up 30 years later? Pretty freaking good, honestly. I would say that the last time I rewatched these, I don't know, I think it was 4, maybe 5 years ago, I thought that the first one was way better than Addams Family Values. This time around, I felt like they were pretty equivalent. I guess this is just one of those things where it's like, maybe it's the time period, maybe it's just the mood that I'm in when I watch them. Maybe it's just my receptiveness to the content. I'm not exactly sure what the discrepancy is, because I remember when I watched them both back in the 90s, I always felt like I liked the second one better. And then when I revisited them a few years ago, I felt like I liked the first one better. And now I kind of feel like I like them both about equally, and they're roughly equivalent in sort of, quality. So the main thing that really you notice about Addams Family Values that is a bit of a decline over the first one is it has this thing that used to happen, especially in 90s sequels, where there was a lot of stuff that didn't really feel, the rehashing is obviously a thing that can happen a lot in those. I don't think there was really too much rehashed from Addams Family to Addams Family Values. There was a few things that maybe seemed a little bit like, okay, they're just reusing that from the previous film. But the thing that really strikes me is that there's a lot of disjointedness. There's a lot of stuff that seems like it's just scenes that are not really very strongly connected, and it seems like there were other scenes that were supposed to be in between that were never shot. It seemed like maybe there were some script problems going on, and some parts of the script are stronger than others. But honestly, in a film like Addams Family or Addams Family Values, the script, it matters, but if the performances are good and the dialogue is halfway decent, plot incongruities and some weak storytelling is not really going to set it back all that much. It's just not what's important in this kind of film. And of course, the other thing that matters is it funny? And both the films are funny. Neither of them are, rolling in the aisles. Oh my God, so hilarious. Oh, gonna bust a rib or whatever the hell. But they're both funny films. You're gonna chuckle throughout. At least I did. A few big laughs, bunch of chuckles, a lot of amused smiles, and sometimes just the internal acknowledgement of, yes, that was quite amusing. But there was never a lot of stuff where I was like, oh, cringe. Oh, that joke doesn't work anymore. Oh, that's terrible. Special effects hold up really well. Character performances really just as good as I remember them being. I will say that I thought that Christopher Lloyd's performance in Addams Family Values, the second film, is not as strong as it is in Addams Family, the first film. It seems like he's kind of hamming it up too much in the second film, which is really weird because he was definitely hamming it up a lot in the first film, but I feel like in the second film, he just takes it to this other level, and it seems like Fester has exactly one setting. He also kind of plays Fester dumber. It's not like the Fester from the original film was like this big brain genius, but it seems like in the second film, they've kind of knocked 10, 15 IQ points off to make the plot work. And his performance is a little bit more one note. There's not a whole lot of different dimensions to it. Whereas in the first film, it wasn't exactly like a rich layered tapestry or anything, but you did feel like there was a little bit more of an ability to shift moods, to play different facets of Fester's character. And this one definitely feels way more like, I'm Fester, yeah, I'm always like this, yeah, oh, you know? That's just like the Fester you get. Raul Julia, Angelica Houston. I think her name is. Why do I keep thinking maybe it's not Houston? Whatever. If it's not Houston, I'm sorry. But they are both just as good as they were the first time around. Christina Ricci honestly is better in the second film than she is in the first film. I don't know if that just owes to her being a little bit older, a little bit more maybe cognizant of what the character is. Maybe had some time to kind of marinate on that a little bit. Also, just given a bigger, juicier kind of role for the sequel. She and Pugsley have their own subplot. It's really more Wednesday's subplot because Pugsley is just kind of like a nothing character in my opinion. But Wednesday kind of has her own subplot in this, and she kills it. Just totally the subplot about her and Pugsley being sent to summer camp, and I won't reveal what happens there because it might be a spoiler if someone hasn't seen these movies, and I'm sure there might be a lot of people right now checking out the Netflix show and wondering like, is it worth checking out those films from the 90s? It is. I think you guys would enjoy that, especially if you liked the character of Wednesday in the show. I think you would really probably find a lot to like about the portrayal in Addams Family Values, and you see, I think, how it goes a little bit further than Wednesday is willing to go. There is, I mean, like it's kind of implied that she's like killed some people, but you know, you kind of, you know, they kind of cop out of it and stuff. So I mean, we'll see though. I guess we won't see. It's 1993. It's been revealed. What's revealed has been revealed. But you know, I guess what I'm saying is you can decide for yourself, right? Both these films pretty good in my estimation. I'm gonna say that maybe it's kind of like a trade-off. The first film, a little bit stronger writing, better performance from Christopher Lloyd. Second film, a little bit more sporadic, a little bit more disjointed, and you know, but a stronger performance from Christina Ricci. I think probably at the end of the day, you got to give the slight edge to the first film. So I'm gonna say that Addams Family, I'm gonna give this, and it's not gonna appear on the screen because I'm just recording this live. I don't have time to edit it. You guys just have to deal with that. I'm gonna give Addams Family. Maybe I could just put it up on text on the screen if you'll be patient enough with me to do that. Let's see. What are we gonna give this son of a bitch? We're gonna give it a let's pick a spooky font first of all. What do we got? We need a spooky font. I don't want to spend too much time on this. All right, well, that's gonna have to be spooky enough. Bell MT Regular, the spookiest font known to man. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Boom, boom. There you go, right there. We'll put it underneath. That's a good place for it, right? I'm gonna give Addams Family a 7 out of 10. I am going to give Addams Family Values a 6.9 out of 10. There you go. Very marginal difference, but I think it does deserve a little bit less because it's not quite as good, but you know, it's most of the way there in my opinion. And if you're looking for some more Addams Family brand fun after watching Wednesday on Netflix, definitely check these out. If you're wondering how these hold up, in my estimation, they hold up pretty well. And, you know, If you're just looking for a movie to watch, yeah, these you could do worse. You could do a lot fucking worse than Addams Family and Addams Family Values. So, da 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 da. I can't snap that well. I actually, in my last video, I had to import fake snaps so that I could actually do the theme song, because, like, I'm not a good snapper. All right, whatever. Bye.